What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Megan Thee Stallion, just a few years ago, in the last 2 years, has gotten a lot of support from the international community. She's received sponsorships from the international business community. And I would argue not because of her talent. That could be the case a little bit. But we all know Megan Thee Stallion doesn't sell a lot of albums, doesn't get a whole lot of downloads. She's popular, but she's not Lizzo. She's not Doja Cat. She's not Nicki Minaj. She's not Cardi B. Megan Thee Stallion blew up because she was a victim of violence, as was decided in the courts against Tory Lanez. She was shot in the foot according to the courts. I know some guys don't believe it. It is what it is. So the international community rallied behind her when this happened to her in Los Angeles, okay? She was supported tremendously and rewarded handsomely for what happened to her. And so as she was getting deals with Revlon and things like that, it almost seemed that Megan Thee Stallion was untouchable, okay? That is until now, and we saw the same fall from grace with Lizzo. Lizzo's a very sexual person. She's a person that talks about it in her lyrics on Instagram, hypersexuality. Megan Thee Stallion is also very similar. But now we have a lawsuit from a man by the name of Emilio Garcia. Now, Emilio Garcia has filed harassment, saying that he has experienced severe and pervasive harassment while he worked for Megan from 2019 to 2023. Okay? Now, what is he gonna say? On this trip to Spain in 2022, he alleges that while they were both riding in an SUV at the end of the night, Megan Thee Stallion was having booty clapping sounds with a woman right beside him. So this is not even in the United States, in Spain. So she's there having sex right beside him. So, and by the way, he was saying something like, I couldn't believe she has the audacity to do this right beside me, okay? He also said that Megan Thee Stallion says to him, don't ever discuss what you saw. He also says that Megan Thee Stallion made shameful comments about his body, allegedly calling him a fat B and telling him to spit his food out. Now, after the trip, he said that she used to pay him a monthly flat rate, but then started giving him paid per diem assignments. Shortly after that, he was scheduled for a job on June 2023. And then he was fired by Roc Nation. All right, so this whole thing about Megan Thee Stallion being bisexual, is there any truth to that? Okay, has Megan Thee Stallion ever talked about being bisexual? Let's play the clip.
During an interview on Carisha Please, Megan Thee Stallion and Young Miami talked about their sexual experiences with women. The rappers both agree that having sex with women is better than having sex with men. Young Miami also cleared up any questions her fans had about her sexuality. She said, the only type of porn that turned me on was girl-on-girl porn. She continued, that's how I always knew I was bisexual. Al, what are your thoughts on this story?
Right. So there is the evidence. I didn't want to play the clip on Carisha Please because they would demonetize it. So there is the evidence. Megan Thee Stallion herself says she likes women. All right. Here's where the public opinion comes into play. People are saying, well, why didn't he say something before? Why did he wait, for all of that time? This is petty. So you stayed with her for 4 years and you wasn't happy. Now you're bringing this out. It wasn't until she fired you that you're talking about this stuff. So here's what Megan Thee Stallion is, a target. Okay? So let me just say this. Mr. Emilio, as it appears, is a part of the LGBTQ community, right? Just like Megan Thee Stallion. So some people that have an art attitude with this are going to say, if it did happen, so he's a man and she's having sex in front of him, should he just accept that? I would say no. And I believe that because Megan Thee Stallion is also in that community, if it did happen, it is possible that she felt he would accept it. But let me just tell you this. Now these ladies are starting to see what it's like having some of the freedoms and some of the things that men go through, okay? They're starting to find out the way that they have presented themselves, and I'm talking about insofar as like on social media in your lyrics. You know, what they don't get is that you have painted yourself as a person that could be considered a sexual deviant, even if you're not, by the persona that you have played online and in your music and all this twerking and twerk challenges. So if somebody wants to believe him, they can actually see it happening based off the persona you give online. Like when somebody tells me that Lizzo sexually harassed somebody, well, we saw what she did with the Captain American guy. That was creepy. There's been a few NBA players that's been cringe. She showed up to the Lakers game looking a certain way. So it's not unfathomable to not believe that. Like we can understand that it could be a reality. When we talk about Megan Thee Stallion or Lizzo, we can see some of that happening because of what they display. But now you got a person that you fired, could have been for the right reason, but now people are gonna look at what you've been doing. Let me just say this as a guy, right? If you see videos of a dude in the club, basically being aggressive with ladies when he's drunk, not necessarily touch on somebody, but like won't take no for an answer. Then some lady comes out and says, this person did X, Y, and Z to me. He raped me. What are we gonna do? We're gonna look at those particular videos and say, yeah, that's the character. You see? Then the whole situation with the thing with Meg Thee Stallion, when she lied about the whole sleeping with Tory Lanez situation, and then her former best friend, ended up admitting that Meg Thee Stallion is known for sleeping with her friends' people. So let's listen to that.
I mean, the truth is, in your song, I think you said, I want the niggas, I don't know what I want the niggas you got or something. We all know that I ain't never wanted none of your niggas. It was really, come to find out, your ass with behind my back that I was on first. And that ain't right, because you supposed to be my best friend. We laugh at that do that to each other. We not supposed to do that to each other. So stop playing with me. And I don't want to go back and forth on the internet. I don't want I don't care whatever you think you got on me. Expose the because there's nothing that you can expose that I won't hold myself accountable for. Accountability. You need to learn how to hold yourself accountable for shit.
So now we have an integrity issue. So you don't mind sleeping with somebody else that's even your best friend. So if you would do that, we have to believe that you would actually do this in front of this guy. There is no reason for us not to believe that. We know that you would do that. It could not even be true. That's the whole thing. But it doesn't need to be true. It doesn't need to be true. We just need to have doubt. And the fact that you fired the guy and he's like in the same LGBTQ community, I believe, as she is, and then this is not coming from somebody black. Here's a Hispanic man who is most likely gay. So people will say he don't have any reason to lie on her. And he was with her, so he would know. The same thing we say about people with Diddy. Well, they don't have a reason to lie. So he checks all the boxes, to be honest. He don't want anything from her. He's been with her for 4 years. She probably thought she was too big to fail. And then this could derail her like it did Lizzo. Because now people are gonna use the information they got on these ladies just like they would with men. Women are gonna be paying the same prices now. And that's the price of also being free. You also have to come with the responsibilities of that. If these things are true, or even if they're not true, nobody wins in the end. No artist is the same. Because let's say, for example, he's lying. Do you think that somebody's gonna go and sue him? Well, he don't have that much to lose. She got everything to lose. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of Celebrity Junk. Pretty far, you just heard the bell. We're out.